everybody.
Good morning.
So we're at a new place today.
Yeah, we're at Duden Waterfalls at the Upper Falls.
Not to be mistaken with Doo-Doo Waterfalls.
Yeah, we didn't want to go to that one.
No, that hurt its doo-doo. But
But yeah, it's we just got here. We took a bus that was maybe like half an hour from where we're staying near the Old Town.
and it's the authentic bus experience. Almost ran over like 25 different people all at the same time.
Yeah, that was funny.
Literally splitting hairs, like they had to jump out of the way. It was pretty crazy,
Yeah.
but it's what else can you expect, you know?
Yeah, the driving was a little bit insane. But yeah, we just got to the park. It cost, what was it, 80 for us both? Or
70 each, so 140 total, which is
Okay.
about just under $6
Yeah.
total.
Yeah, so not bad. It looks like it's a huge park. The main reason we wanted to come here is because there's a huge waterfall, and I think you can like go into the caves underneath, like behind the waterfall.
Should be exciting.
Yeah, so excited to see that. And yeah, we're just getting some breakfast to start the day.
Yeah, there's a guy behind us. He's making corn. I don't know what format. Maybe it's like in a bowl, or maybe it's on the cob.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's gonna be like sauce or spice or seasoning or anything. But
Yeah, we've seen lots of like grilled corn vendors, and it looks so good every time. So we figured
yeah,
we'd try it.
it's got a lot of energy. Corn's
Yeah.
high in nutrient dense, I guess. So whatever. All right.
Yeah,
Let's
so
go.
check out the park.
So we got corn, just a cup of corn. And so he seasoned it for us. It's got, looks like pepper, salt, butter, and then he's like, do you want some lemon? It's like, sure, we'll have a little bit of lemon. And you're used to like a little slice of lemon. It's like squeeze a slice or something, right? But he has a bottle of it, and he just basically dumped half the bottle in. And so we're wondering, so we're eating lemon corn.
I think it's gonna be really lemony.
Really lemony. Let's
Let's
find
see.
out. I don't even taste the lemon, honestly.
Oh, is it good?
Maybe a little bit. The spice is stronger than I expected. It's all right. Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, we could finish the cup, I think, but
Yeah.
I'm not going wow or anything. But,
Okay. I guess
mean, it's
that's
unique.
yeah.
It's a cup of lemon corn.
Yeah. Nice. falls, there's an ancient olive oil processing plant, and it's really cool to see. All of these artifacts are from the Roman Empire period, so it's like really old. And yeah, like we just read about how the process was of them like extracting the oil from the olives. So they'd have to like first squeeze the olives, then press them, and then extract the oil from the liquid.
Yeah, they get the oil by boiling water
Yeah.
and then pouring the water on it, and the oil rises above water, and so it'll kind of,
Yeah.
you know.
So it's pretty neat. Yeah, it's cool to see.
We're trying to figure out why these guys have those grooves, and we're thinking maybe it's a soft stone, and across decades or hundreds of years of using those stones to extract oil, the drip marks would like erode the stone like you would see in like on mountains or something like that. We're just guessing though, we don't actually know.
It's a really interesting pattern on the stone, like the divots and stuff.
Yeah, pretty neat. And you can see the foundation down here too. I am assuming, because of the roped off area, that it's part of the whole thing. But it's pretty cool. And right next to the olives, they got some pomegranates growing. It's cool. You can see the process of how it starts as a flower and then kind of a thick flower. And then this one over here is a lot more developed. It's starting to take its full shape. It's still growing though. But gosh, that's beautiful, eh?
I'm really feeling the Mediterranean vibes. We got the olives, we got the pomegranates.
Yeah. So that's the waterfall?
Yeah. It's been about an hour since we got here, maybe a little less than that. And we feel like we've kind of seen everything.
Yeah, it's pretty small. And you know, but like, I'm glad it's not like overwhelmingly large, because it's a quick day trip, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Very quick, yeah.
Yeah.
And thankfully, it's pretty close to us, like pretty easy to get to by bus.
Mm-hmm.
We were both saying that it's kind of like touristy here, like
Yeah, like everywhere you turn, there's a guy trying to sell you something.
yeah,
There's all like, here, come into my shop. Here, come pet my bunny rabbit. You know, and they're trying to charge you for everything that you do here.
yeah, stuff's pretty overpriced.
Yeah, and so you have to deal with that uncomfortable social interaction.
Yeah.
My main thing that's kind of been taking away from the experience for me is that they've kind of just paved over everything.
Yeah,
All the surrounding fauna. Half the river is just pavement, so you can walk to the underside of the waterfall. The caves they've just put paved stones inside the bottom of the cave so that it's like safe or something like that.
I'm guessing it's so that it's more like family safe, because there are a ton of families here, which is
Yeah,
great.
grandmas and kids and
Yeah.
everything.
But it's a little less like rugged, I guess.
It definitely takes away from the experience. But I guess like it's, you know, they do it for the sake of getting more people here. You know, so it's like, I don't know how to feel about it, but it's cool that we saw it.
Yeah, and the nature is beautiful. Like if you just look over here, like it's the most green I've seen in a long time.
True.
Yeah, and you can tell like the air is just really fresh. It's really nice. It's just it's a little like scammy in some parts.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And my sock just got pooped on by a bird.
Well, now we get a souvenir.
Yeah, now we have something to take home, and it didn't cost us a dime.
Yeah, so I think we're both kind of agreeing that it's like, you know, we're ready to head out. But now that we're in a new area, about half an hour from our place, we're gonna try and find somewhere nice to have some lunch. Hopefully somewhere pretty affordable with some good food.
See, I feel like the prices, once we get about a block away from the waterfall, I think the prices will be more locally affordable. We're gonna check the menus though, and all the prices that are listed on the outside of the shop, so that we don't get scammed again and again and again.
Yeah.
We overpaid for meat again. We made some
We
stew.
can never find a good price for meat.
Yeah, it's
Maybe we're just poor.
I don't know, but for some reason, for neck of lamb, it cost more than what an equivalent cut of meat would cost in Canada. So they definitely like double charged us or something.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? There's also I think while we were in Croatia, we paid a lot for some beef, but it turns out there was some like supply chain issues, so it could be the same thing here.
Maybe.
I don't really know.
Maybe.
But
I don't know. But I did see a lot of much cheaper prices at neighboring shops that are willing to list their prices. This is the one shop that did.
That's the one thing, we have to watch out for that. Like they won't tell us what the price is until the end. That's actually one thing that's happened quite a few times is like if we're like at a restaurant or like getting something to eat or like, you know, getting some juice or something, they won't tell you the price until you're done like eating it, if you're eating in there.
Yeah.
Like you'll ask like how much for this, and they're like, oh no, worry about the prices at the end, like just eat, relax.
Yeah.
And then they'll like overcharge you. At least that's our experience.
Yeah. Then you end up spending $12 for a cup of juice, $15 for ice cream, et cetera, et cetera. And so you gotta be.
We literally did pay $12 for a cup of juice, which was so embarrassing.
That was back in the old town Antalya,
Yeah.
so we gotta be careful.
And they'll be super nice to you in the beginning too, so you feel like you're getting taken care of. Again, it's not everybody. Like we definitely had like good experiences too, but that's one thing I think that's so far unique to Turkey in terms of the countries we visited.
So far.
That hasn't really happened to us yet until coming here.
Yeah.
That's specific.
But there's like we got a double state. Like it's not everybody.
Yeah.
It's just like and we're starting to get a feel for which ones look scammy, which ones don't.
Yeah.
You know.
It's also like same as in Toronto and like you know other places when you're in like a touristy like tourist attraction like where we're at now like the Duden waterfalls. It's like
you're paying double.
Yeah. You already know you're gonna be paying more than you would be normally. Just because that's just how it goes. So.
Yeah, let's go get some food.
So we got some food. We ordered the mixed meat platter, which was 380 lira, or about 15-ish Canadian dollars. And I think we definitely got our money's worth.
Oh, totally.
Yeah, so we finally got this bread that we've been looking for. The first time we had this bread was right after the Turkish bath, and we have been looking for it ever since. It's like a thin bread with a chili pepper sauce on it, like seasoning. It's really good.
It's so good.
And so it came with some like tomato sauce here, or eggplant, not sure. Some salad, another salad, and a huge pile of meat on top of some bulgur wheat. So I'm glad we only got one meal because this is like a lot of food. And
We're probably gonna have some to take home later for sure.
It smells amazing. Like as the guy was cooking it, we were like our mouths were watering, like smelling the smoke.
Yeah.
And everything. So let's begin.
Yeah, and so the way that we eat it is what you do is you rip one of these into a piece that you want that's like bite-sized, and then you make a taco basically. You just put whatever you want on the taco, and then eat it, and then do it again, and again until you get full.
And also I got this juice, and it's the best juice ever. It's peach juice.
It tastes like, exactly like biting into a peach.
Yeah, it's like so good. It's the best juice. So, how's the food?
Perfect.
Yeah, it's so good. These wings are insane. They're super tender. And like all the meat is like spiced super well. This kind of reminds me of like a pork rind, but with more meat. This sauce is really good. It's like a sweet and spicy tomatoey sauce. And the bread is delicious as ever.
All right, so I got the attention of one of the wait staff, and I'm like, check please. And he says, chai. And I'm like, I didn't, maybe his accent was really thick, so it sounded like a different word. And so instead he got us chai, tea. And so I meant check, he heard chai. And so now we're drinking tea, I guess. All right, so took the bus back home. We're just walking home right now. And
Speaking of getting scammed.
yeah, we can't help but feel like that happened at the restaurant. So we order our meal, right? And it has a photo and a price on the menu of what it is, right? And it's like, what was it, 380 lira?
Yeah.
And the photo looked pretty clear. And when the food arrived, it looked like exactly what we got.
Yeah.
And then the bill comes, and you know they don't turn the card machine where you tap to pay. They don't turn that towards me, so I didn't really get a glance at the price. And then it wasn't until the receipt printed out that it was twice as much as what I thought it would cost for this stupid meal. Right? And I'm like, what the hell? So it wasn't itemized or anything. It was just like the Visa receipt. And so I walk back in, and I'm like, what is this? And they don't speak a word of English, and so we're like translating using a translate app to try and figure out what's going on. And he said 2 plates. And
Yeah.
I'm like, but the photo is what we got, and that had the price on it, and it didn't look like twice as much food, and it was 1 plate.
Yeah, it
And
seemed
so-
like they since we shared 1 meal, they charged us for 2 people anyway, or 2 meals anyway.
Yeah, I don't really know, but it was like one of those things where it's like, I don't want to like fight about it, because what if we were just mistaken?
Yeah.
Because I don't know what a single person serving looks like.
It's also
know?
kind of frustrating because we agreed upon the price beforehand, which is like what you're supposed to do, I guess.
Yeah, we did. We like pointed at the thing on the menu and said 1, please, and then
Yeah.
we end up getting charged for 2, and
So that's kind of brought down the morale today.
I'm just so annoyed at like paying more than you expect to pay over and over and over again for everything that we.
Yeah.
Like,
I guess it's either like inflation's really bad here and everything's really expensive, because that's like kind of more than we paid in Montenegro. Like Montenegro, the same thing was like $35.
yeah. But at least when we were in Montenegro, the price was up front, and that's exactly what we paid.
Yeah.
Right. And so I just feel like I feel frustrated because the communication barrier is so thick that I can't even figure out if we're getting scammed or there's a miscommunication.
Yeah.
Because I don't want it to actually be a miscommunication, and I'm trying to like fight for my money back, because then this guy feels like, what the hell, this guy's trying to get half price off his meal.
Yeah.
And so it's like it's such a confusing situation that ends up, and it's just like, God, why do we keep hemorrhaging money at a rate that we weren't hoping? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was pretty pricey. Like for 1 meal, it was like 40-ish, 45 Canadian.
Yeah, we paid about 45 Canadian or maybe like a little bit less, like 42 or something.
Yeah, 40 something.
For the 2 of us combined, which is
Yeah.
still like, being real. You go and try and get the same meal in Canada, and you're probably paying more than that anyway.
Yeah, and it did feed us both, so I guess that's fine. It's just a little over the budget, and
Yeah.
I think it's more like it was over the agreed price. So
Yeah,
that
totally.
kind of messed us up.
Totally. Yeah.
But yeah, we ended up getting the bus home, and
That was a joy and a half. A car crashed right in front of us, and it's held up all the traffic because it crashed and then spun horizontally and took up all the lanes.
yeah.
And
So
it's like, ugh.
instead of taking 30 minutes, it took us like an hour and a half to get home.
Yeah.
But we're finally close to our house.
Yeah.
And I got a battery to replace the one in my camera, which is good.
Yeah. So Rylan got her battery, and I got overcharged. So.
But yeah, we're gonna head home and check on Gizmo.